Did you know that skipping a single shower spot could end your life? More and more research is showing the significant health risks associated with neglected hygiene in particular body parts, which may seem shocking and even a little extreme. In actuality, especially as we get older, we tend to overlook many of these locations during a normal shower. This video examines 5 body parts that seniors frequently neglect to properly clean areas that subtly harbor bacteria, perspiration, and fungal growth that, if ignored, can cause serious health problems. These spots are more important than you might imagine, ranging from circulation issues to undetected skin infections. Keep reading because, despite being frequently overlooked, one of these areas is directly related to your immune system, and cleaning it only takes 10 seconds. You might be surprised to learn how much that little habit could safeguard your health. Let's begin. First, the feet. Your feet are among the most often disregarded areas that, if neglected, can subtly impair your health. You may believe that a quick shower rinse is sufficient, but for elderly people who may already have diabetes, poor circulation, or compromised immunity, neglecting to properly cleanse their feet is like inviting bacteria to settle down and stay. Warm, humid conditions are ideal for fungal infections, particularly under or between toenails. A minor case of athlete's foot in an elderly person can quickly develop into something much more serious, such as cellulitis or an unhealing skin ulcer. Even worse, because of decreased nerve sensitivity, many older adults are unable to detect the early symptoms of foot issues. An infection may go undetected until damage has been done, at which point treatment becomes considerably more difficult. Beyond fungus, other factors that can weaken the skin's barrier and raise your risk of infections that could enter your bloodstream include dead skin accumulation, cracked heels, and persistent perspiration. The good news is that these risks can be considerably decreased with just 5 to 10 seconds of deliberate cleaning per foot, which includes cleaning around the heel, under the nails, and in between the toes. Scrubbing isn't enough though. After your feet are completely dry, a small amount of moisturizer can help maintain the skin's suppleness, health, and resilience. Your feet aren't just for walking. They're among the first areas of the body to exhibit symptoms of deteriorating health, so consider this daily routine as vascular care rather than vanity. However, they are also among the easiest locations to overlook due to their remote location and ease of concealment. Therefore, the next time you take a shower, reach down and take care of your feet rather than just letting the water run down and assuming they are clean. The scalp is number 2. It's simple to assume that you won't have to worry about your scalp if you have little hair left or have switched to a low-maintenance haircut. However, in actuality, your scalp is still. Your skin requires care just like any other part of your body. Neglected, the scalp turns into a silent trap for perspiration, oil, dead skin cells, and pollutants from the environment. This accumulation doesn't just remain local over time. It can set off a chain reaction of inflammation that compromises your skin barrier, impacts your immune system, and causes chronic irritation. Scalp health is more than just a cosmetic concern for older adults. Low-grade infections brought on by persistent dryness or flaking can weaken the integrity of the skin. In extreme situations, bacteria from the scalp may penetrate open sores, or even age-weakened hair follicles. The majority of people are unaware of this, though, because your scalp contains some of the body's highest concentrations of sebaceous glands, which means that oil accumulation can occur there more quickly than practically anywhere else. Unwashed oil oxidizes, solidifies, and serves as a haven for invisible pathogens. In addition to discomfort that could put people in their 60s and older at needless risk of infection, which is difficult to detect until it has progressed. Even though many people cut back on shampooing as they get older, because they believe their hair is more delicate, skipping regular cleanings altogether can be more detrimental than beneficial, particularly for people with fine hair, bald scalps, or crown thinning. During a wash, even a brief, light massage of the scalp enhances blood flow to the head and neck, promotes lymphatic drainage, and aids in stress relief and mental clarity. It benefits your entire system and isn't just about cleansing. Therefore, your scalp is important, even if your hair is short, thin, or non-existent. Look after it, intentionally wash it. Give it a gentle rub. Your head will appreciate it, you'll feel better, and your body will subtly gain more than you think. Please leave a comment below with your number 2 to let me know. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, to ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Let's proceed to the navel area, which is number 3. Despite being one of the smallest parts of your body, the belly button is also one of the most neglected and, surprisingly, the dirtiest. Our flexibility declines with age, and small parts like the navel may be neglected. It's just a small spot. What harm could it do? You may ask yourself in the shower. In actuality, however, the navel is a hollow where lint from clothes, sweat, dead skin cells, and soap residue can gather. It becomes the ideal hiding place for dangerous bacteria, and even yeast if it is not cleaned on a regular basis. Ampulitis is an infection that can occasionally develop from mild irritation. Despite being more prevalent in infants, this condition is increasingly being observed in older patients, particularly those within the dark, moist, and warm environment of the navel. Bacteria can flourish due to diabetes or weakened immune systems, subtly producing redness, discharge, or an unpleasant odor. The fact that the symptoms are initially mild makes it even more dangerous. Healing takes a lot longer than it would have 20 years ago, and many seniors don't experience any discomfort until the infection is well underway. In more severe situations, a hardened accumulation known as navel stones, small, dark, odorous masses that need to be removed by a doctor may develop. However, avoiding all of this boils down to a straightforward habit. Simply use a soft cotton swab or washcloth wrapped around your fingertip during your daily wash. Use warm water and mild soap to gently clean the inside of the navel, being careful to completely dry the area. A dry navel is equally as vital as a clean one because any residual moisture serves as a haven for bacteria. There's even more reason to pay attention to this area if you have any skin folds there or have had abdominal surgery. Maintaining a clean navel is more than just good hygiene. It's also a preventative measure for your health, particularly as your immune system begins to change with age. Therefore, take care of this little hidden spot, because sometimes the details that we can't see are the most important. The underbreast region is number 4. The area under the breast can become one of the most neglected and easily irritated parts of the body for many older women and some men. But, especially as we get older, it's one of the most important places. To maintain cleanliness, if not cleaned and dried every day, this frequently warm and wet skin fold turns into a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. Here, the skin is thin, sensitive, and usually covered by clothes and undergarments, which impede airflow and retain perspiration. Intertrigo, a red swollen rash brought on by friction, moisture, and infection, develops over time as a result of this combination. It may begin as mild redness or itching, but if ignored, it may develop into open wounds, painful sores, or persistent fungal infections that need ongoing care. Certain women are more susceptible to these problems, particularly those who have undergone breast surgery, experienced weight changes, or experienced natural sagging over time. Issues may go unnoticed until they worsen because the underbreast region isn't always easy to see in the mirror. Assuming that a quick shower rinse is sufficient is one of the biggest mistakes older adults make. However, that area requires deliberate care. Gently lift the skin, wash it well with a mild soap, rinse it well, and then, most importantly, pat it dry. When used specifically for this purpose, a fresh towel or gentle washcloth can make a huge difference. A small amount of cornstarch or unscented body powder can help keep the area dry without irritating the skin for people who are more prone to moisture. It's important to pay attention here, not only to prevent discomfort but also to protect the integrity of your skin and avoid infections that may take weeks to heal. Neglect in this area can steal your comfort day after day, especially during the warmer months or when you're exercising. And it can also affect your ability to heal and maintain your sense of physical confidence. However, all of that can be changed with a few conscious moments every morning. Therefore, keep in mind that this area of your body merits the same respect and attention as the others. Even if no one else notices, please let me know in the fourth comment below if you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you, thanks to your support. Let's proceed now. The groin region is number 5. Despite being one of the body's most delicate and easily irritated parts, it is also one of the most overlooked. Many older adults experience problems with their groin due to minor oversights that accumulate over time and subtly result in chronic problems, rather than serious hygiene failures. We naturally get more wrinkles, looser skin, and altered muscle tone as we age. This increases the likelihood of discomfort, odor, or skin breakdown, as well as the amount of space available for moisture to accumulate and the growth of bacteria and fungi. These issues can affect both men and women, but many are too ashamed to discuss them or aren't sure what is and isn't normal. The sensitive groin skin is prone to friction and can be overpowered by tight clothing, incontinence, or even prolonged sitting. When it's not washed and dried properly, conditions like jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can begin without much warning. Just a little redness here, a little itching there, until suddenly you're dealing with pain or skin damage that won't go away easily. That the ease with which infections can spread in this region, due to its close proximity to lymph nodes and other critical structures, is one of the hidden risks. If not treated right away, even minor skin conditions can worsen. In older bodies, healing becomes more difficult and slower once the skin barrier is compromised. Daily washing of this area is a must, but the method of washing is equally important. Use a soft cloth or your bare hands, warm water, and a mild unscented soap. Be thorough and avoid using harsh towels or rough scrubbing. Rinse gently and pat dry after cleaning in between folds. Applying a thin layer of barrier cream or talc-free powder can help lessen irritation if moisture is a persistent issue. Daily cleaning is even more crucial for incontinence sufferers, and any mishap, no matter how minor, should always be followed by cleaning. Your skin is already telling you that it's overwhelmed, so don't wait until a rash or odor shows up. Comfort, mobility, and even confidence are all enhanced by a healthy groin area. It makes it painless for you to stretch, walk, and sleep. Daily maintenance of this area not only keeps you clean, but also shields one of your body's most delicate areas from deterioration, infection, and long-term damage. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights useful, please let me know by leaving a comment below with the number 6. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you, thanks to your support. Let's now discuss some concluding remarks. The smallest habits frequently have the greatest impact on aging well. Daily hygiene may not seem like a life or death issue, but as we've seen today, how you take care of your body, particularly these neglected areas, can have a significant impact on your comfort, longevity, and long-term health. What caught you off guard the most out of these 5 areas? Was there one that you hadn't given much thought to up until now? In reality, wisdom in our later years isn't just about understanding important life lessons. It's also about observing the small things, the daily routines, the cues our bodies give us, and the opportunity we have each day to take care of the body we still have in a gentle, consistent, and respectful manner. If you have watched this far, I hope you have gained a greater understanding of your body and a renewed resolve to take intentional care of it, rather than just a checklist, because you're protecting the very thing that carries you through this lovely and still emerging life. Not just cleaning away dirt. We appreciate you being here with us today. We would be delighted to hear from you. Tell us about one thing you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life in the comments section below. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. We are greatly inspired and encouraged by reading your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it entertaining and useful. We can keep producing high content to educate and uplift you, thanks to your support. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in the upcoming video.